Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're doing another coaching episode for League of Legends. I'm the Strategy Professor. We're going to be looking at a Silver 5 Zyra game this time. So we're going to start off looking at an OP.GG review, and then we're going to come down, think about the pregame. We're going to watch the game itself. I'm going to take some careful notes, and then we'll recap it at the end with 5 or 6 good tips to help Josephine do better here. And yeah, and then at the end, I'll tell you a little bit more about some other things we have going on the channel. We just did a members night tonight. It was a ton of fun. I'll give you some details about that. You can email me if you would like a coaching session yourself. It's just $20. We can set it up. Email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. If you want to see more games in the coaching playlist, then I've got the playlist listed right here for you. If you want to see an in-depth Zyra guide that can give you some more detailed knowledge about some of the things we'll be talking about in this video, then you can click on the link there. And if you want to see other champion guides such as Soraka, Janna, Sona, Karma, Kale, and a bunch of other popular champions on the channel, then you can click right here and get those guides as well. Let's go ahead and get started here though. Now I could not find this game on the op.gg. I looked as best I could. I looked under Zyra itself. I know it's a normal game. She told me in the email here that it was a normal game, but I cannot spot the game. I looked like 5 times. I could not find the game. So I don't know why it's not showing up on here. But I'll just give you some really general advice based on what you asked me in the email, based on sort of what you're building here, and based on, you know, just what I can see in the game itself in terms of the champions they picked, the champions you picked, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to do the best I can without seeing your op.gg, but I think I've got plenty of stuff that can help you out with here. Okay, so I don't know how much you ward in this game, but in general, you want to try to get 1 control ward for every 5 minutes of gameplay. So if it's a 30-minute game, you want to have 6 control wards, and you want 1 normal ward per minute. So if it's a 30-minute game, you need to be placing 30 normal wards. So I don't know how many wards you have here in this game, but those are the metrics that you really want to be aiming for to shut out vision. And vision is particularly important for Zyra, and this is a point that you brought up that I'll talk about real quickly, is how do you improve on your E accuracy, which is your, for those of you not familiar with Zyra, that's your line shot root that snares people. That's your crowd control. It's a very thin, slow-moving crowd control. It's very easy for players to dodge if they see it coming. Well, not very easy, but relatively easy. The way that you do this is you control vision. So let me pull up a map, and I talk about this in my Zyra guide. So if you haven't watched my Zyra guide yet, I would very highly recommend that you check that out. There's going to be a lot of really good tips there for you. It's a gold mine. Let me just look up the map really quick. So the key with Zyra and landing on these routes and picking people off and getting kills is to control vision around key areas of interest. So one of the best places in the mid game is you pink ward this bush, and then you ward here, here, and either over here or over here. You just get vision of all of this, and you just sit and hang out in this bush. And then when someone comes over here to ward this and you catch them with your E, you put 2 plants on them with your Q, ult them, boom, they should be dead. Ignite, gone. So that's how you do it. You hang out in the shadows where they don't see it coming, and it makes it much, much easier to hit your E. So this is a popular place to hang out, especially if you're on red side, which I believe you are at the start of this game. You know, another place could be here to hang out. If they're pushing up your lane, so let's say that you get your first tower pushed in, they're coming like up lane here, hang out right here. You can hit them over this wall. You can hang out here if you want to, hit them over this wall. If you see someone's walking through here, hit them over here. So you just always want to be hanging out in the shadows and have a vision advantage on them. And that way it makes it really easy to hit those routes. Because if you're just standing here open field, like they're going to be sitting there watching you, waiting for you to use your E, and they're probably going to dodge it. So the best ways are either hiding out outside of vision so that you can land it without them seeing it, or waiting until they engage on you. A common misperception of Zyra is people think that she's someone that does the engaging and blows someone up. She's really not. She's designed to be a peeler. So when they go onto you, like when Akali or Camille jumps onto you, or they jump onto your AD carrier or someone else, that's when you hit them with the E. So after they've already used their movement and they jump close to you, then you hit them with the E, go for the all-in. Just the EW, QW, ult, ignite, auto, and they should be dead. So you don't want to try to hit long-range snares as much as you can. you want to try to save that, wait till they jump onto you, or wait until you have a vision advantage and you can catch them from a dark bush. Or just a dark corner. It doesn't even have to be a bush. You know, you could hide around this corner if people are about to engage right here and this tower's down. You could hide behind this corner and hit them. Here, hit them. Shoot over this wall, over here. There are a bunch of different places where you can hide out. Over this wall, this wall. But you just want to make sure they don't see it coming, is the big ticket. Or they jump onto you and they're not paying attention. Okay. So as far as runes for Zyra, I recommend the following runes. So I like Magic Pen Reds, Flat Health Yellows, Magic Pen Blues, and as far as Quintessences, I like 1 Magic Pen there and 2 Armor Pens. Now I recognize that Magic Pen is kind of a weird rune, and I know you mentioned that you just started playing relatively recently, I think back in December you said, and so you don't have a lot of the runes, and they're going to make runes free at the end of this season anyway, so I kind of feel you on not wanting to drop a whole bunch of IP on runes, so that's fine. I will say that I think the Magic Pen Reds are definitely something, if you like playing AP supports, you should invest in those. The yellows, you can get away with going armor yellows. Those are really cheap. Those are about 200 a piece. Blues, you can do flat AP. Those are relatively cheap. And you can do flat AP Quints, too, if you want. You don't have to do the Magic Pen stuff there. You can also just use armor Quints, and that'll probably be alright, too. As far as items, this is something else you asked about, like which items should you get. I would prioritize Leandri's Torment and the Void Staff. Those are your 2 big ticket items that you want. Now, Void Staff is a real pain in the butt to build because you have to get a Blasting Wand, Ant Tome, and then you have to wait for an additional 1365 gold to complete it. So often you're just sitting around with hundreds, sometimes even over 1,000 gold in the bank, and you just can't spend it on anything because you're saving up for Void Staff. So that item feels really bad to build, but it's so powerful. You just want as much penetration as you can possibly get, because Zyra has such high base damages on her plants that you just want to make sure that you're cutting through all the resistances. You can run Ludens after Leandri's if you really don't want to save up for Void Staff. It's not nearly as much damage. I talk about this in my Zyra guide. So if you watch the Zyra guide, go into the Google Doc. I'm pretty sure I give you a link to a master level Zyra player, here he is, that explains the itemization. I would say watch this video by this guy, and he'll basically tell you what I'm telling you right now, because I learned a lot by watching him and watching his videos. His name is Melyn, M-E-L-Y-N, and he's been a master level Zyra player for years, so he's one of the best Zyra players in North America at least. He talks a lot about the itemization. So I think this is still about right, what I recommended in the guide, which is from February 4th, so it's a little older at this point, but not that much has changed. I think you still want, most of the time, Sorcerer Boots, Eye of the Watcher, Leandri, Void Staff. They changed Abyssal Scepter, so you can't get that anymore. And then maybe Luden's Echo after that. You don't really want Rylai's, and the reason is you're sacrificing a lot of damage because it doesn't have any penetration on it. Like, yes, it does have some AP, but it doesn't have penetration. And you don't really need the slow because most of the time the plant that you should be using when you hit somebody is going to be the slow plant. So the E plant. If you hit someone with your E and you put the slow on them with that, then it's already going to proc the max damage Leandri. So, and remember that the slow doesn't stack. So if you're getting your slow off of your E plant, which I think is 30%, then the 20% off of Rylai's is not going to do that much. And Zyra, I don't really think, especially in this matchup that we'll see when we get here, it's not going to be a poke matchup. It's going to be all in. They have a lot of high damage assassin type of champions, and so you're not going to be sitting there poking them. You know, there might be a comp where you just want to try to poke them with your Q or something, with your plants, and then maybe like Rylai's, Leandri's could be okay, but I really think you just want to go for that boom burst damage. So I think Leandri's Void Staff is just going to give you the best bang for your buck there. But he talks about it mathematically in this video. If you look in my guide in the Google Doc, the link to his video is there. So He'll explain it to you mathematically, and Leandri's Void Staff is going to be the best 1-2 punch you can possibly get in terms of damage with Zyra. So that's what I'm going to recommend in terms of items. Thunderlord Mastery is what you should be using. In terms of the pregame itself, I think that you want to be really aggressive in this lane. You're against a Draven Taric. It's Varus, Zyra. Draven doesn't have any escapes, and he's very telegraphed where he's going to go, because if you watch where his axe is, if he tries to go catch the axe, you can hit him anytime you want with plants. Because you see, okay, he lands an auto, his axe is going to be there. Just do a QW, boom. If he goes for it, he's going to take a lot of damage. So that's one big glaring weakness of Draven, is it's telegraphed where he's going to go if he wants to catch his axes. And of course he does. So it makes it very easy to predict where he's going to go, and it makes it easy for you to hit your skill shots on him. So definitely try to damage him early. Once he gets the Vamp Scepter, it changes around a little bit. You want to make sure that that he doesn't all-in you, because he's going to be able to heal through some of your poke early on. If he gets the Vamp Scepter and goes into Death's Dance, or goes into a Bloodthirster, he can heal through a lot of your damage early. So, you know, try to do as much damage as you can before his first back. And then after that, you're probably going to have to all-in him. Like, your poke's probably not going to work that much, especially with the Taric in the lane. Whenever you're going to go all-in, whenever you're going to try to kill him, be sure to ping a few times first, so that Varus is going to be ready so he can follow up with his ult. You really want to synchronize your ults to do the maximum amount of damage. And one of the best ways to set this up is to use a control ward to lock out vision of a bush. So if you push him in a tower, just drop a control ward here, shut out vision in this bush, and when they try to come up to ward it, just catch them with your E and kill them. You can do this so many times. Like, if you go off to ward, let's say you go off to ward Dragon, and your ADC pushes the lane up, you can just sneak in over here, control ward this, and then if it's not warded, then as soon as they come back up, you just, boom, kill them. So you can sneak around a lot of Zyra, especially with control wards, and just hide out in bushes, and when people come up too close, you just blow them up. Zyra does an insane amount of damage. Just be very careful against their team in the mid-game. They have a lot of assassins, I believe. What was it? Camille, Akali, Draven, Taric, and then something else that does a lot of damage out of the jungle. So you really want to make sure that they don't get you. You might actually consider going Boots of Swiftness in this game. I don't recommend that a lot. There's an S there in questions. Pretty tired this evening. But you really want to consider Boots of Swiftness. Sorcerer Boots obviously is far more damage, but just see how it's going. If you're getting caught and killed a lot, or if like Akali in particular is really fed, you have no... I mean, I guess it's not going to matter if you have Boots of Swiftness against Akali or not. I guess you'll probably still want Sorcerer Boots, but if you feel like positioning is a problem, like you're just maybe getting caught out a lot, then you might have to switch over and just get Boots of Swiftness just to survive, because you don't do any damage if you're dead. That's what I always tell people. So you need to make sure that you don't die first, and then after you're sure that you're not going to die, then you can amp it up a little bit and get some more damage. Okay, let's go ahead and get in here.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn.
You should be standing around here so that your plants spawn right here, and then that'll help you leash for the Elise much better. It is good to watch this area, but all of these plants could be right here, helping the Elise take this down faster. So if you drop a Q and just, you know, spawn like 4 or 5 plants, and she takes it even faster. It's not a huge deal, but it really does help her a lot. You know, it could save her an extra 5 seconds or so. Okay. Be careful trading auto attacks with him. If he hits you, he's going to hurt a lot more than you hitting him. Just hit the wave, I think. He also has a Taric that's going to heal him. Like, you're actually taking more damage from the minions by doing that than he's taking from you. So yeah, your auto attacks really aren't that important until you land a plant on them, and then you can use your auto as a third hit to trigger the Thunderlords, but that's really about it. Especially against the Taric, you're just not going to do a lot of damage. Alright, back up, you're way too close. Yeah, don't worry about the auto attacks here. If you want to auto attack something, auto attack the creeps to help Varus push it out so that he doesn't get pushed into tower here. Okay, good dodge. Nice Thunderlord proc. Get all in. Okay, you ran Exhaust. I would recommend running Ignite with Zyra because she really wants to kill people in lane. Exhaust is okay. It's not like it's the end of the world. They do have a lot of very dangerous assassins. I mean, I could see Exhaust being good. I really like Ignite with Zyra because when you pick Zyra, you're really banking on killing people in lane. That was a good try. I don't think you would have killed him even if you hit him. He has too much health, but it was good to try for it there. You probably should back after this too. Yes, go ahead and back. I would back here. I think y'all are being greedy. If you're going to do this, you need to move up into this push. There you go. I would hang out there and just wait. If you're going to make that play, I would just wait till Taric comes up. Good, you might be able to get him. Okay, good. You got him. Nice. Yeah, this is all good so far. I think early on, just he didn't punish you that hard when you went up and auto-attacked him. He could have just auto-attacked you back and did a lot more damage to you early. That's the only thing I would say is, like, before you got your plants, just don't worry about auto-attacking the enemy. You're just not going to do enough damage to matter. And you're putting yourself at risk to do that. See where you can see where his axes are going? Right there. That's a perfect time. You are running a little low on mana. That's a perfect time. What are you... Okay, you are taking that. That's a perfect time to land your skill shot. So that tells you where you can land your E or even just a Q plant. Because you know he's going to be there. Because he's going to go for those axes. So you see what I'm saying? Okay, perfect. There you go. Yeah, it's so telegraphed where he's going to be. So you could hit him with just any time you want. With a skill shot. And that's for Zyra, that's for anybody. Anybody that has a skill shot, you know exactly where Draven's going to be. And people punish that in higher elos a lot. But that doesn't mean that you can't punish it, even, you know, even with silver. You can absolutely punish that a lot. Okay, you need to run. Actually, I'm gonna put the red. Okay, good exhaust. Yeah, you probably should have been a little bit more careful there. I mean, you did see her coming down right there. It was probably going to be too late. Did he? Yeah, he died with both of his summoners, so... You know, you did what you could. You exhausted. He should have healed or flashed. Hey, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. Wait. No, you want to wait. Okay, yeah. Whoa. Oh, what? So you want to hold your E there until Elise. Let Elise try to hit her cocoon first, because hers is easier to hit than yours. Because she can close in and get right up on top of them. So wait for Elise to hit her cocoon, and then hit your E with your plants. You really don't want to try to throw an open field E most of the times. It's going to be very hard to hit. You only want to throw your E if you're chaining it together with someone else's crowd control, or if they don't see you. Or if they are coming at you. Excuse me. Oh, I can close that up. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, there you go, good. So yeah, he was coming at you, so that makes it a lot easier to hit. You got her, focus up, you got it. Okay, nice. Hit him, hit him, hit him. Now, you are kind of out of mana, and I guess maybe you're a little scared. I don't know, you have vision here, like you know the jungler's not coming. I think you could have gotten tough with him there. That's pretty good overall. I think you could have put your head down and chased that Taric down. But other than that, I think that was about as good as you could do. You did hit that Draven and you ulted right in his face. Excuse me. Did you have exhaust? Right there, maybe? I think if you exhaust right there, it came up like right at the very end of that fight. I think if you exhaust Draven like the moment that it comes up, you might be able to save the Varus. It was really close, but I think it would have been worth trying. We look on items. Ooh. Okay, wow. How did he not? He messed something up. I feel like you should have taken a lot more damage than that. Did you flash? Yeah, you flashed out of it. Okay, maybe that's what it was. Another thing to consider, I know the gold item is important and it is good, but especially with Zyra, sometimes on my first back, I'll just get an amp tome Because you could turn it into something later, like your Haunted Guys or whatever. But just having that extra 20 ability power just gives you so much fighting potential. Like with that all-in right there, if you had an Amp Tome instead of even a Sight Stone there, if you just came back with like a Ruby Crystal and an Amp Tome, you would have definitely killed the Draven. And probably the Taric, and Varus would have lived. You would have had so much extra damage. So that's an option that I find myself doing more and more, is just get that early Amp Tome. You don't have your ult? No, you don't have... You do have your ult. Ult him. Oh, you don't have mana. Okay. Yeah, you need to pick it back and just go back. You gotta have a lot of gold by this point. I don't think you've been back in a long time. Oh, yeah, that's gonna be rough. Yeah, it's pretty rough. So I think on your early back, you might want to consider just going for an Amp Tome early on, just to make sure that once you hit level 6, you can actually kill them and just like, boom, blow them up. And then once you have that Amp Tome, then you can get your, your Sight Stone and all that other stuff after that. But just having that first, just like, big punch of power right when you hit level 6 with an Amp Tome, I think is particularly strong. It is a little bit of a risk because you're not upgrading your gold item and you don't have the, oh, excuse me. And you don't have your Sight Stone, but I think it's worth it, right, Sadie? This is a fighting lane. Both teams. Oh gosh, how'd she get in there? Okay. Yeah, I don't need to run. Run. Throw your plants right there. Throw an E on them. Get the slow plants on them. Just get out of there. Yeah, y'all were pretty lucky. Somehow they didn't collapse in and kill you. Good old, okay, your exhaust was down. I think he's gonna kill him. No. Okay, you got him. Oof. I'm gonna say, if he killed Varus, I was gonna be real sad. Alright, what do you got? Okay, good. Amp Tome. Yeah, y'all gotta keep an eye on this Talon, I think. Ew. It's gross. Okay, that's good. Maybe just like drop a ward over here. I hope you're going for Leandries. Okay, good. Don't forget, if you're like trying to ward sketchy areas, you can always use your plants to scout too. I talk about this a lot in the guide, but that's one of the big strengths of Zyra, is that you basically get extra wards with your plants for free. Yeah, you don't have your ult. You need to ping that and tell him that. Okay, nice. Good turnaround. Yeah, it's fine to get a lot of kills with Zyra. I know you said in your email that you got more kills than usual, and this, you know, might not be a good thing. I really don't like getting the Rylai's there. You're snowballing so hard. I would really like to see you get a Leandries right there. If you don't have a gold for the Leandries, at least Haunting Guys plus Amp Tome or Blasting Wand would be really strong. You really want that Sorcerer Boots plus Haunting Guys. You want that 30 penetration as fast as you can get it. You have the penetration runes. Also, that'll give you about 15 extra penetrations. That means you're going to be doing true damage against people that... against most targets that don't buy any other magic resist that aren't tanks. So that means you're going to be doing true damage against the Draven. Probably 2 damage against the... well, not to Tarek, but to Draven you will. You'll just absolutely melt him. Good. Yes, keep running. Okay, looking good.
Our seasons are reversed. My sword, your fall.
Give him the little what's up there. Alright, what you got? Okay, looks like now you're getting the Haunting Guys. Nice. I'm about to say, maybe ult a little sooner than that. Whenever you caught the Camille with your snare, I think I would have just ulted her. Anytime your ult's up, if you catch someone who's relatively squishy with your E, just drop both your Q plants on them, just ult them. And they should probably die. Especially when you're this far ahead. Good exhaust. Oh. I think he could have blown him up right there. Okay, I'm gonna say...
Red team's turret has been destroyed. A summoner has disconnected. A summoner has reconnected.
Let's say use your ult more when you land an E. I think that's twice now, as you probably could have had a kill by using your ult. And you don't always want to use your ult just to secure one kill, but I think getting a kill on a priority target like the Talon or the Camille here would slow down their push quite a bit. There's no other big fight that you need to save it for. Nice, good. Because the dragon's down.
Red team's turret has been destroyed. Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Red team's turret has been destroyed.
That was good. Good. I mean, yeah, I think you're playing very well. You're managing these team fights really well. You're staying out of a lot of trouble, like you're not getting caught. It's really hard to position well against their team, too. Like, I'm pretty impressed you've only died twice. Like, getting 9 kills is great, but I'm most impressed you've only died twice because they have a Camille and a Kali, a Talon, and a Draven in your Zyra. And the fact that you have managed not to die hardly at all is very impressive. I mean, granted, they're not going for you, even though you're the one who's doing probably the most damage in the game right now. But still, that's really good. Yeah, just secure this area. Just ward this, ward this. Don't ward the dragon pit itself, ward behind it. Because you guys are going to take this right now. Run, run, run. Oh. If he hopped that wall, you're probably dead. Get away from this edge. Get away, because you know he's going to jump this wall. You just saw him. Get away. Run. Run. Keep running. Okay, good. No, don't stay in his range. Oh. I jinxed you. I was talking about how you were in such great position. That's okay. But yeah, you need to, like, once you start seeing all those high damage people running around here, you need to throw your plants and just get out. Like, just run really far away. And just use your plants from, like, max range. Because if any of them decide they want to go for you, then you're pretty much gonna die. Probably. Okay, good. Great catch. You know, you said in your email that you have a hard time hitting these E's. I've seen you hit quite a few E's here. That one is not a particularly easy one. He was running, like, fading away from you there. Okay, good. What are we going for now? Void Staff? I hope so. Looks like it. Alright, so you need to be thinking Baron right now. Like, not actually doing the Baron, but securing the Baron. Like, securing the area. So you need to get people, you need to ping this, and get them to come over here and help you get this area under control. Yeah. That's dangerous. You need to put a plant over here. Good. Back up a little bit. Draven can kill you in like 2 shots. Back up. Not you. Okay. Watch out for talent. Back up. Just let this guy deal with Talon. You're getting a little too far forward here, I think. Like, Talon's just looking for a way to trade right now, probably. And so was Draven. Like, Draven had to know he was going to die, and he just wants to take someone with him, and you're a real juicy target for that. You do have a little bit more hardiness about you because you got the Rylai's, but... Okay, yes. Come down here. Ward right here. Ward this. Drop a ward here and drop a ward here. Do you have wards? You do have 2 wards. So you need to drop a ward here. You need to drop a ward here. Do you have a control ward? No. I don't know. I don't know about that. It's suspicious. Suspicious use of an ult. I mean, I like it if you're out of your other cooldowns, you just want to make sure he doesn't die. I like that play, but if you have any other option, I would save your ult. Your ult's a really important teamfight tool. Especially with all these people that want to dive. You know, all of them want to run at you and get in your face, and that's what Zyra's good at, is punishing people for trying to do that. That's not good. Well, it feels like y'all are just completely stomping this, but you're actually not. You're stomping it, like you're doing very well, but everyone else is kind of having some problems. Yeah, y'all got some pretty good vision here. I would just say that you need to extend it and go here with Warden right here. And you need to force them to come to you, and then as they try to walk up and check this Baron, you need to kill them right here in this hallway. Or right here. Either one is fine. Right here's the best. But you need to starve out vision and force them to go face check you in a bush and then blow them up. Okay, good. Yeah, just hang out in the back. Don't let Camille kill you. Okay, go run at Baron. You see Kali there? What kind of dragon is that, actually? Infernal. Actually, go get Infernal Dragon. Go get Infernal Dragon. And that's the easy play. And Infernal, in some situations, it's not quite as good as Baron, obviously, but it's in the ballpark. Very, very important. Drake, because it's permanent. Baron only lasts for a short amount of time. Yeah, go get this. Now, where's your jungler? Is it your jungler's Kayn, right? Oh, it's Elise. Okay, you're good. Go, while they're dead, go set this up. Get over here. Drop some wards here. Like one here, and set up this bait. You're sticking around just too long, like just hovering, not really doing a lot. Like hanging out here, this is okay. But you guys gotta go do something, because there's no reason for them to go here, right? Because red buff's down. They see Kayn bottom, so they're gonna go at Baron. And now you don't have vision, so you guys have to be the ones to walk through this. That's probably warded. They know you're coming because you just walked by that. So they're probably like, someone could be sitting right here. Yeah, y'all got outsmarted there. You should have had vision of that whole area. You did for a little bit, but this should have been warded, this should have been warded, and then you just wait right here. And then when someone like walks either here or here, you just catch them out and kill them. Then you're already ready to get the Baron after you do that. You don't even really have to get Baron. You just keep forcing them to face check you here, and you just kill them every time they do. Nice. Especially with Elise and Zyra, like, you guys can blow them up instantly if someone face checks. Okay, so I'm going to say, control Baron vision and wait more. Yeah, go get bottom right here. I would run down here and get this right now. Get this tower. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, he's gone. Alright, so now you're just waiting around on death timers. Okay, you did get the tower. So where y'all want to be going next is you want to push up mid to about right here or further, and then go get top. Now be careful they don't engage on you, because everyone's just kind of randomly doing stuff. Like Elise is over here getting wolves, like blue buff. So be careful, because there's a high probability all 5 of them are going to be here. Well, Elise, or Camille's right there. There's a really good chance that they're all going to be here. I would say hold your ult until you hit your E. Like, yeah, it did zone off Talon there. But still, like, you really want to be using that ult for really important team fights. So when you hit someone with an E and when you have plants, just the ult itself doesn't do a ton of damage. It does okay damage, but what it does is it gives that 50% extra damage to your plants, and that's a huge deal, especially in a team fight. So you want to make sure that you have that.
Rampage.
Okay. How is he 1v1ing Darius? What? I guess he is a little bit bigger. I guess he just got the crits.
Blue team double kill.
What do you got?
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
I wouldn't really go Morel and Omicron. You don't need, they don't have a lot of health regen over there. I guess they do have some with a colleague, but I would just go Ludens or Deathcap right there, honestly. Just go for the big damage. Probably just straight Deathcap. Right there. Okay, good. You got to get some plants on those ults, though. That's the thing. I've seen several ults now. You want to make sure that you have the plants, because that 50% extra damage on your plants is going to actually do more damage than the ult itself. Isn't that right, Sadie?
Blue team's inhibitor is respawning soon. Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
You have a control ward? Okay, good. Nice fighting. Huh. Little 2-on-2 action. Wow. What? What? That's gotta be the goofiest exchange. So he goes chasing people out of the pit. Oh, he doesn't even have smite. Okay. I keep thinking that Kane's your jungler. I'm so used to seeing him in the jungle. Okay, so... yeah, y'all should have been up there with the Baron squad then. I thought that Kane was your jungler. Yeah, you should be wherever the smite is. Because Draven could just come up and take it like he did. Y'all are probably going to win off of that anyways. Or at least do a lot of damage, probably 2 inhibitor.
Inhibitor has been destroyed.
Probably have time just to end it.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
We got 8 seconds on Camille. Tarek seems like he rage quit or something. Now they need to quit playing around and actually attack the Nexus. What? For real? Okay. I'm gonna say group of the jungler, make sure they have smite ready. Yeah, so you can't go down there. Like, if you want to try to make that play around Elder, it's super risky. I think you should just be with your team, because what if their whole team shows up to stop them at Baron? Whatever. And then they kill your team and take Baron. That's not worth it, even if you get Elder Dragon. Because they would have multiple kills and Baron. So you want to make sure that you're with that, with your team for that. Okay, I mean, that was a really good game. That was a really good game overall. I thought that you hit a lot of your E's. I thought you were positioning very well for the most part in most of those fights. It was a miracle we only had 2 deaths at that one point, that you're 9-2 against that many high damage assassins. So hats off to you. That was a great job. Okay, so the main things to work on here are... let's see. One thing is save your E... So you can try to hit your open field E's, and you were hitting quite a few of them there. But if there are other forms of CC that you can chain it with, sometimes that can even be better. So waiting on an Elise Cocoon, for an example, might be an even better place to, a better opportunity to land your E. So you can be the first person to start with your E, but a lot of times if someone else can crowd control them or hold them still for your E, that's even better. Because that means that you're going to have a higher probability to hit it. And the cocoon is much easier to hit than the E, I think. It moves much faster and it has a slightly larger hitbox. Yeah, I would consider getting an Amp Tome early. Now, I do love Sightstone. I think Sightstone is very powerful, but on Zyra in particular, you're really buying into killing someone at level 6. Like, you have to kill someone at level 6 and really start snowballing, or you're going to fall behind a lot of other enchanter lanes. So, the champions with the plus healing and shielding, once they get like Ardent Sensor, Redemption, and then especially the third item after that, whether it's Athene's or Mikhail's or sometimes even Locket, it makes it so hard to win because you're going to be really far behind because a lot of your items cost 3,000 gold, and a lot of their items are just as effective, if not more effective, and they cost like 2,100 gold. So it gets very expensive to be an AP support, so you need to make sure that you get ahead early so that you can afford to keep up with these other enchanter supports later on down the line. There were a few fights kind of in the mid game where you hit your E and you had enough mana and you had enough power to ult, but you just didn't ult. And just make sure that you have plants too. So you should E, W while your E is moving towards the enemy. It'll put up a slow plant, and then if you hit it, then you Q, W, ult. And you've got 2 plants. You've got them slowed, you've got them snared with your E. And I think that's really where you want to be in terms of maximum damage output. There were several times where I saw you ult without having plants, or where I saw where you could have ulted, but you chose not to ult. So overall, I think your ults were on point. They were pretty good, but there were definitely some places where you could optimize them in there. I think the game dragged out a lot longer than it needed to. If you would have just gone to the Baron area, and I talk about this in the Zyra guide, if you just go to the Baron area, just ward this, and then just control ward this, they have to walk up and check it. Like, they're going to do it. Like, they're either just going to walk up this way and do it, and you can just hit them right here in this bush, or sometimes they'll think they're cute, and they'll go around this way, thinking they're being sneaky, and then you hit them over this wall. So, I think that once you get control of this area with vision, especially once you have an Elise and a Zyra, when they come up to face check it, then you're just going to kill them. And that's what you needed to do. You needed to force them to come to you and face check those bushes. And you can just rack up the kills. If you kill like 2 or 3 people, you could even get Baron off of it. But even if you don't get Baron, you just keep doing that. Like, what are they going to do about it? They either concede the Baron to you, or they have to keep face checking it. They only have so many blue trinkets they can use. So you force them into a really bad position. This is like the #1 way to win solo queue, is in the mid game, just ward here, control ward this, and just wait right here on this wall. Because sometimes people will use skill shots to check this bush. So I'm trying to think of what they had. Did they even have any skill shots they could check bushes with? Did they have the Jace, or did you have the Jace? I can't even remember. They didn't have much to check bushes with, I don't think. But sometimes people will like throw, just something in the bush just to see if anybody's there. And if you're standing right here, then they're not going to see it. No one throws like something to check here to see if anyone's here. They'll throw it here. They might throw it here, but they're not going to throw it here. So you just stand here, let them do their little like ward check thing. Maybe throw a bush check thing. Maybe throw a ward in there, and then as soon as they come around this corner, then just kill them. Let them think they're safe for a little bit, and then just pop out and boom, grab them. So yeah, that's a really big deal. It's just baiting Baron more. Use plants with ult. I talked about that one. And just group with the jungler and always be around your smite when you're trying to take objectives. So yeah, I thought Kayn was your jungler when I saw that there, and then I forgot Elise was the jungler. So you need to be with the Elise, be around the Elise, and make plays like that. Okay, I think that's going to be it. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm about to pass out. I'm really tired. I have to do another one here in a second, but I think I'm just going to go to sleep for like 10 minutes and then get up and do the last video here. But I really appreciate it. If you have any additional questions, just email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. I'm more than happy to answer questions for you. If anyone wants to become a member, I've got the member membership document linked here. There we go. It's a lot of fun. We just had members night on a Tuesday. It's a good time. Just read it over, see what you think. If you become a member, you can play some games on members night with us every Tuesday. It's a lot of fun. We have the members only Discord. It's really cool. Building a great community there. People are sharing funny links, pictures, talking about their day, chatting, setting up games. So I think that's really cool and fun. If you want a coaching session or if you want to commission a guide, you get a 10% discount on that as well. You get to vote every week on champions that I play with the weekly straw poll. I do play those throughout the week, but I play a lot of them on members night as well. So it's just a really fun way to get involved with the channel for less than $0.25 a day. So you're supporting the content that you love and you're getting some awesome perks while you're at it. So I think it's a fantastic bargain, especially in the age of Twitch subs where you basically pay $5 for a Twitch sub and pretty much all you get are these little emojis, which are cool. But this just gives you so much more than just emojis. You get to play with the content creator. You get to have some control over what you see. You get discounts on other things all over the channel. You get the cool, very active Discord. So I think that it's a wonderful bargain. So be sure to check that out. If you want to see, like I said earlier, if you want to see in-depth Zyra guide, I've got that linked here as well. Other coaching videos, other champion guides, all of that is right there. So that's going to be it. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time. Have a good day.